This video is designed to point out some of the features of a Moose module. You have gone to Learn with Moose and you've searched for a module that connects to what you're teaching. And you will land on the home page. This module is in the data science area and it's called Graphing Activities in Our Region. When you scroll below, you will see that it is designed for grades 3 to 5. It explains the topics, activities, and the tools needed, and then you can begin. There's a welcoming graphic to get you started and a module overview. This graphic guides you and is throughout the module, telling you if you are in phase 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is a how-to video, which will explain how to create a journal that will be a place that the students can document their learning throughout the whole module. This is a link where they'll create their own journal. In the section on how can activities be sorted, there is another how-to video. Students will have collected a lot of information on the different activities in their region, and this video will guide them through how to sort those activities and remind them to go to their journal, which page to flip to document those activities. There are questions guiding throughout. In the area of develop questions, you will see that there is a slideshow with an example of formulating a research question, which will be an important part of their project. So a little check-in, how are they doing? These are some important research vocabulary words that they will click through to learn about data science. And it will guide them to page 9 and 10 so they can write the words and definitions. And another little activity to have them practice these important data science words. And this is a crossword that will have them practice what they're learning. And there's a little word bank, and they can complete the crossword puzzle, and they can also check to see how they did. Below is an opportunity for students to actually record reading those words. So they're going to practice reading these words into the recorder. So these are some important data science words, and it's a great opportunity for them to practice. They hit record and they read what is right there. Quantitative, of, concerning, or capable of being measured or expressed as a quantity. And that recording can really help cement the learning. In the section of data, they will start with what is data, and they'll see that they're in phase 2, and they will have a video about data, why it's important, and collecting it. And this right here, qualitative and quantitative, will lead them to the next sections. Always reflecting throughout the module. So collecting qualitative data. They will have a video about the different types of data. And here is a little interactive visual where they'll click on the plus and see how conversations tie in to qualitative data. The importance of reading materials and observations. Reflecting once again in their journal with some questions that will guide them. In the area of quantitative data, there's an explanation with some important quantitative words, a video on T-charts and data tables, and a book creator book about quantitative data and data collection. Some examples. And here's another how-to video. This will guide students through using Google Forms. It can be used while the students are creating their first Google form to really help them to stop and learn step by step how Google Forms works. In organizing data here, you're going to see that there's a video on different kinds of graphs, and then they will look at the bar graph. And once again, click on those pluses to learn about the parts of a graph. Parts of a line plot, parts of a pictograph. And then this is a little formative assessment piece where they will take the graph and put it into the right section to see how they're doing on identifying the different types of graphs. Need more practice? There'll be links to different types of graphing videos. Here's a nice how-to, and that is use spreadsheets to create a graph. In the writing and reflection, just a reminder, throughout any module that you use, you will be prompted to reflect and to use a journal, or whether it's a digital journal or a regular journal, to really reflect on your learning and the importance of that. In our final section here, we are going to click on Project Time to see that we are now in phase 4, and it's time to choose what they're going to be doing a project on. This graphic will review what they've learned. Think about that focus question. Who am I going to ask, and what does the data show? What graphs best represent that information? Analyzing, interpreting, and getting ready to present it. In the reflection section, they've really thought about those activities in their region, and they've documented lots in their journal. And then there's a little video here that's going to talk about the project and the rubric that will guide them in assessment. This can be printed, and they can really look at their project and score their work. How about the journal? Here is a single point rubric where they can score how they did on reflecting and doing activities in their journal. So that is what you will find when you go into a Moose module, and lots more. Have fun exploring Moose.